Hello, everybody. Welcome back to Detroit Shrimp and Aquatics. Happy Sunday, if there's anything happy about a Sunday. Oh, yeah, there is. Well, for some, you don't have to go to work tomorrow. At least I don't. So, I'm going to bring you a video of me trying to eradicate hair algae, the slimy kind, not the hairy kind, like when you pull it out, it feels like you're ripping or you're holding on to hair. Sorry, folks, my allergies are going nuts today. So I did it on a tank yesterday, my real bad one that I showed you guys, and it actually worked incredible. The pure black line tank, I took out a ton in it, and it's looking 100 times better. And I put 5 little drops of the let me get the exact name for you guys. Seed Chem Flourish. It only has one hundred or one. Hold on, let me double check so I can tell you. Copper, it's got tens, ones, tens, hundreds, thousands. 1/1000% of copper, so it ain't gonna hurt them at all. Because I put it in all my tanks and nothing's died. So, but what I'm guessing my issue is due to the fact that it's within the body of the moss, and only in a few tanks. I only have like 3 tanks with algae in it, but 4, maybe 4 or 5. Sorry. Well, some got hair algae, so this is different algae. This is the slimy stuff, but it's unsightly. But the thing is once you get the moss going, once I can get the moss taken off, it'll overpower. It'll eat everything up that's in the water. Well, I have to help it along. So if I can get this moss out of here, and that's why I come down to all the homework I've been doing. Is my problem is I don't have enough nutrients in the water to feed the moss. I haven't tested my water, but I just RO and put salts in it. So RO, it's literally stripping it of everything. So this way, I put 5 drops because it says this stuff is pretty potent. It says 1 capful. I think it's for 60 gallons or something. I mean, this stuff's cray. Let me see. And it's not that bad. It's 16.9. So let's say 17 ounces for $12.99. Well, at least that's what the stickers says that I paid for it. So it says comprehensive plant supplement for the natural freshwater aquarium. It contains a rich assortment of important microelements, trace elements, and other nutrients. These include calcium, magnesium, iron, and other important elements that have been shown to be beneficial to aquatic plants. For microelements, fertilization, use fluorous nitrogen, NPK. I have that too, I believe. Fluorous phosphorus or fluorous potassium is needed. Fluorous is safe for invertebrates such as shrimp. It says it right on the bottom. Doesn't mean it's not a lie. Use 1 capful, 5 milliliters for each 250 liters, 60 U.S. gallons, once or twice a week. For smaller doses, please note that each cap thread is approximately 1 milliliter. Refrigeration is recommended 3 months after opening. It's 10 gallons, so I put 5 to 8 drops in per tank. Because I've never fed this moss. I just throw it in there. Well, the tanks, they're, just gorgeous. If I could aquascape like some of these guys do, it's just crazy. But the thing is I don't have any technique to aquascape, but I put this stuff in the tank, I kind of lay it out a little bit, and I leave it alone, and it just creates this, this fantasy type world of this growth all over the ground, like you're walking through the woods. going on a hike and you see all the ferns growing and you can only see a little bit of the dirt, because there's so much growth and stuff, and it looks really pretty, makes you close your eyes and take a deep breath and smell the area around you. It's that happiness. That's what my tanks have. That's the happiness that this hobby brings me. It's I wouldn't have been able to explain that to you if it actually doesn't bring me that happiness. But this algae, it is taking over. It's actually like literally putting a hand over the mouth of my moss and choking it out. So I have to help it extract, as much as I can, and then the moss can start to breathe again. So sorry, I was listening. Luke was like, he makes these noises. It freaks me out as a dad. They're play noises, but it makes, way down here in the basement, it sounds like he's hurt. So he's just playing. But that's just how much I love my kids. Every noise they make, I'm always on edge. But, so that's what I started to do this, and I was like, oh, wait a minute, let's video it, because I did it yesterday. So I have these skewers. I'll show you a few things, but I get these skewers from Dollar General. I don't know where everybody lives, but Dollar General is more or less what it's called. It's a dollar store. Everything in it's supposed to be close to $1. But I buy these barbecue skewers. Now look, okay, I roll it up. I stick it in there, twist a little bit, get it going, and I spin it on the skewer. Now look, the moss isn't very heavy, so I want to kind of like rip this out. So I want to like lift the skewer up really fast, because this stuff is like slimy, so it tears real easy. See how that just tore? Look at all that I got off of there. But if I can get back in here and get some more, I don't know if I can. Yeah, see, and it leaves long pieces. So I come in here, get it, tear it out again, and now I get this big huge clump, bring it down here to my catch cup and put it down in there. Then I'm back in. So I have like these, I have the cholla wood up front, and it's got the Java moss on it. Seeing the shrimp are having a hard time swimming around. They don't like it. All right, move, buddy. See, and if I do this, let me see. Can I get this on camera so you guys can see how much? Look at that. That's a lot. So you twist it, keep it on the skewer, pull it out. Now what happens is, if you guys watch my channel, you see that, I'm fighting this now. Yeah, that's a piece of food that was caught in it. That's a whole nother thing is, I put some food in it, got caught, they couldn't get it, and it, it got froth on it, or whatever you want to call it. So I have to get that stuff out. See, stuff's not healthy for the tanks at all. So see, just because you stick it in there, you have to get it wound on the stick first. Once you do, it'll start to pull in stuff from everywhere. And I hate doing it, but like, see, it's in the substrate and everything, but you could shake it, and the substrate will come out. Look, I'm picking up the cholla wood, everything, because what you don't see is it's growing everywhere. So see, I pick it up, then I gotta get it rolling. It's slipping on the stick right now. So I gotta get up, there we go. Get the big knot of it going around. See if anything here. Yeah, it's slipping, so because it weighs so much. But that's the thing is, I always say, oh yeah, I don't put nothing in my tanks. I don't put nothing in my tanks for the moss to grow, and I don't. But I guess some of the tanks are, what is it, phosphorus or whatever that builds up that enables. But here's the thing, my issue is, or what I've come to realize. See, now I'm going to go way back here in the substrate, and I'm going to roll up. Now look, you guys can you see the substrate hanging on that? So That's goopy stuff, and I just keep rolling it, and it'll fall off. See, spin it kind of quick. The algae stays on the stick, and you can save your expensive substrate, and it just spins right off. It just, pops off. So, what my problem is I'm putting little, well, not little, but I'm putting smaller pieces of moss, not thinking. Put a small piece of moss in the tank, and it's not able to take over and start to grow as fast, in my opinion. So then there's a buildup of phosphates in the water. I believe it's phosphates. If anyone knows, could you leave a message or a comment down below? But I believe it's phosphates. There's a couple things, but what happens is it builds up in the water, and the stinking moss isn't strong enough yet, because it's not, built up enough, because I only put a small piece in there instead of a larger piece. And the phosphates start to take over, and the algae starts to grow. So then, it starts to choke out the moss, and next thing you know, I'm stuck with this, and my moss can't grow. And you could see it. It's not losing color or becoming weak, or those are there are PRLs in this tank, only a couple. They're getting ready to go to a new home across the way to another tank that I got, but I wanted to do this first. But I have orange eye royal blue tigers in here too, but there's only 4 PRL in here, and I needed the room, so I made them a brand new 10-gallon across the way. I'm gonna put them in there. So, anyways, see, okay, hold on, let me get this moss or this algae off, because if it's holding on to the leaf, then there's algae. Don't want that. And I know that breaking up, but if you could see this moss on the backside of it, it's brown. A little bit brown, so it's not growing, but everywhere else it's growing really strong, but the bottom side isn't. And what do I always tell you guys when you grow, see, there's Java moss in it too. I always tell you guys when you're growing your mosses, to make sure that you open them up, spread them out. Let's get rid of this Java moss, because it don't jive with that super cool moss. I'm not a big, I like Java moss, I'll keep it, but because that's what's like on this wood piece. But I don't like my mosses mixing, because then if customer says, see, there's a whole bunch right here. If a customer says, hey, can I have some of that moss? And then I go to tear them off a big chunk, and there's Java moss mixed in. I just rather have my mosses separated. So I don't want my stuff mixed. So if I want a tank of just something, that's another thing that the algae grows on, are these alder cones. I'm not saying it's a bad thing, but I'll get rid of an alder cone all day long. I could care less. But as you see, I've grabbed out a lot. So what I want to do is I want to leave the browner part aiming up, so it can get the light. Okay, let me see, there's some algae in this piece here. Let me just rip some out. See, and I hate it when a piece of my moss comes, but whatever. I'm not gonna flip out about it. Oh, and another thing, this right here, you guys see where my stick's pointing? This is my mulberry leaf. Oh, you should have seen. Yes, look, they fight over it. They wanna come to it, and especially now since I'm getting all the algae out of here. See, there's a leaf under here, but see, the substrate stuck to that, so that means there's algae on it. No bueno. Alright, let's make sure there's none of the substrates. But the mulberry leaf, I make mulberry leaf powder which, I got guys that are big in the business that are just, look, people copy off me all the time. They say, oh, I got this. Yeah, whatever. It's like I sell mulberry leaves fresh right off the tree, so you can do what you want with it. What happens? 80 other people go to do it, trying to get all my business. So I just kind of stopped doing it. I was like, whatever. If people want it from me, they'll ask. So it's me. Oh, see, there's a lot on this leaf. Now, see, I'd love to throw the leaf away, but, Indian almond leaves aren't cheap, so let me just roll it up off of the leaf. If we all, and here's the funny thing is I just put the rest of my leaves in, so I have to order more, and I order my leaves from Germany. I've dealt with this company, and their leaves are really, really good. I've never had a leaf like, what I might do? I might take this leaf out and wipe it down, get all that, because it's pretty covered if you guys could see it. There's a lot of crap in this tank. I mean, it's disgusting. So I'm going to just put that off to the side up there for right now. I'll deal with that. Who knows? I might not even put it back in because that could be a big culprit of my issue. And I don't mind throwing it away. But, the fact of the matter is also the shrimp got down to there's not a lot. The PRLs in here, they were a bad, I don't want to say bad, but they're a weak gene. I'm not going to say who I got them from, but I really don't order from that person anymore. But a long time ago when I first bought them, I've had them for like forever, probably 10 months, and I've never had any offspring, no babies, no nothing. So now these are the ones that lived. Everyone has that issue. If they buy crap, what I want to do too is cut this down with like scissors. That'd probably be a huge thing. But there's a lot of people out there that buy shrimp that are garbage, and I just happen to be one of them. Not knowing, and you want to trust people, and they say, oh yeah, this, that, and the other about their shrimp, and then when I buy them, it's all a lie. It's they die really fast. They grow very slow. See, cut all this crap off, and then I can get in there with the vac or my hose, because it looked crappy anyways, having all this stuff grow. I want it thicker on here, so maybe somebody would like to buy it and they'll want it covered up really nice. See, now I'll just pick all that. Oh yeah, see, it's got a lot of algae in it. Let's see what we can do here. Sorry if you guys can't see this. I'm not doing it on purpose. But it's kind of like I look it up everywhere. How to get rid of hair algae? How to get rid of hair algae? And no one really has a good video on it. There are some answers, but I guess more or less you have to try what you see and go from there, because see, these alder cones, boy, they really hold on to it. All right, so let me put this down here in the catch cup. All right, now let me get my hose in here. Get my bucket back here. All right. Ooh, dripping everywhere. Like I said, this is This is like the second tank I've done. So I just come across the bottom. Ah, these snail shells too, boy. You know, you cut back on feeding, and you know, the snails start dying, the babies, because there's nothing stirred up really quick. It's more crap from everything that was caught up. Alright, that's enough. That's probably, you know, I could do more later, but I just, you know, you don't want to do too big a water change. Because you know, they're Caridina, so they're more sensitive. You know what? The leaf, yeah, the more I go to wipe it off, it just starts to break down. So I'm not gonna fight it. You know, I'm just gonna throw it away. It's letting me know that it wants to be thrown away. So, yeah. So I'm gonna fill it back up. And that's it. So let me see. I'll show you the other tank I did yesterday. And we'll keep track of this. But my one up here, it looks way better. I mean, it still has algae on it, you know, but I took off a ton, and you can already see that. Let me get you up here. You can already see the moss has got bright green spots. So if you guys remember, this thing, you couldn't even see the back. So I did the same thing. I cleaned it up really good. Let me see. Cleaned it up really good. But see, you see that moss hanging out, or the algae hanging off of this thing? I cleaned the crap out of it, scraped the glass. You know, it's just packed with baby. I don't know if you can see all those little shrimplets in there. Oh, yeah. Hey, hold on. Let me show you guys a couple things really quick before I shut this vid off. This video. I'm going to show you guys a couple things. All right, you know, there's times when, you know, you want to, like, clean your tank, scrape the glass, and, you know, at least with me, I got big hands, so big arms, and when I put my arm in there and, you know, go up and down on the glass, you know, the whole tank turns into a whirlpool, and stuff starts, you know, going everywhere. It freaks out the shrimp. So where's that? Oh, here it is. So what I do is get a razor blade, and I mean, instead of paying, I mean, I just found one yesterday at the store. It was thinking $20. So here, can you see it? See this razor blade? Stainless steel. Everybody knows you can get these anywhere. But what I do is I take the razor blade. Make sure you don't cut yourself. You know, holding on to the back side here. And I take one of my skewers and I stick it down the center of that. And I kind of jam it in. Let me move that so I don't want to smack the phone. So I jam it in. You know, it's wood, it gets wet. And then what you can do, now it's on your skewer, and you can go up and down like this, and get everything. There goes snail eggs. Yeah, you can get all the algae off your glass. Now you're not paying, you know, $25. And this thing's real small. You can get into all the little spots. You can get in and get the bottom here. But that's it. And then when you're done, you just pull it out. And you just bring it around. You grab the handle. And then you just twist it. Slide it right out. There you go. Now, and these are stainless steel, so they don't rust. They're made in the USA, which is the best. And then I just put it to the side. let it dry. And the skewers, you get, I don't know, 50, 60, a ton of them. Now the other thing is, like I said, Dollar General. I actually sell them to customers that don't have a Dollar General. But see these clips? See that thing in the middle? It like holds your airline. So you just push it through. It's like the exact same size as your airline. And if your airline's just a hair bigger, it'll spread. But you do that, and then you can, like, let's say, pull it over and you can stick it in a bucket. And this clip will hold your airline. If you want to, like, here, let me lift this up. So let's say you want to drip a tank, you know, put water in it. You know, I'm not holding the airline, it's in that slot now. So you could lift it up, clip it onto the tank like that, and now it's in there. You know, and you can run that airline to your bucket. You know, whether it's above or a little pump, but it's for the airline tubing. So I just thought I'd bring that to you. You know, I don't know, a lot of people, I guess, can't get these. So if you need the clips, let me know. I got them. I can get them. But, you know, these are rimmed. So if you have a rimless tank, it'll work even simpler. But these are 10 gallons. It goes right on. I'm sure it'll go all the way on to a 55. I mean, I put them on my 120. So, but yeah, it's a little DIY hookup I got. Yeah. If anybody wants any snow whites, let me know. I'll probably come off, I don't know, maybe 20 or so to look out for somebody. $3 a piece. Let me know. There's a lot of people like these. I see some people sell them kind of expensive. So I'm pretty plentiful. If you want some, $3 a piece. Alright, everybody, I'll try to bring you out another video tomorrow. Something really cool that we can all learn from, that I'm testing that actually works. So thank you for watching the video. If you haven't subscribed yet, please subscribe. I don't know, I sure say please on here a lot, but it helps us out a lot. You know, I'm trying to get my subscribers up. I mean, it's not a lie. You know, trying to hit the 200, but I'd actually really like to hit the 300 for my first, you know, big spot that I'm working hard for. So, close to 200 right now, so if I hit 300, it'd be great. So if you guys can help me out, hit subscribe. It would be great. And, you know, I sell shrimp cheap, and, you know, I was thinking about doing, like, dollar shrimp to where, you know, where those things that they do to where, you know, not an auction, but everybody pays $1 and, you know, get a chance at winning like 10 of something super cool. So, you know, and it's not like I'm going to let 80 people get in on 10 shrimp, you know, because 10 shrimp aren't worth $80, you know, if they're Neocaridina. So, yeah, you know, stuff like that. So if you would hit subscribe, so you know, I can get my numbers up. I'm trying to get monetized. That's the whole reason. So get my numbers up, and I'll just keep doing a bunch of cool stuff. So I really appreciate it. All right, everybody. Hopefully see you tomorrow with a new video. All right. Have a good Sunday. Stay shrimpy.